So at this point, I've cast on 30 stitches. And you can see they're all fairly even, but they're not too tight. I can slide them back and forth. I ended up going with 30 because I have really thin needles to do this demonstration. And the yarn is thin too, so I needed a few more, but depending on how big your needles are, the bigger the needles, the bigger the yarn, the less you're going to need. But everybody is going to follow the same pattern for the first little bit. So at this point, you've got your cast on stitches, you want to start knitting. And I've posted videos of other people doing this in more detail too. But what you're going to do, put your needle through the front. Okay, so you've got it through your stitch. Wrap your yarn, pull it down and through, slide it off your left hand needle. Okay, again, needle through, wrap your yarn around, and pull. Okay, so this is going to be the same for everybody. Everybody's going to knit their first row, and then we're going to knit our second row. Now this is different than the stock knit stitch. We're going to put some ribbing on the end. It's for decorative, and it's going to make a few ridges. So we're going to do 4 or 5 rows of all knitting, and that will give us a nice ridged look at the ends of our scarves. And even if you're doing bulky yarn, this is going to give it a really nice kind of finish on the edges. Just a little bit something different than a plain stitch. One of the things we can do when we get to the end, and it's going to be different for everyone depending on how much yarn you have, but you can put a tassel on the edge, and that'll look kind of nice, sort of decorative. So I'm going to go through my 30 stitches. Again, I have smaller needles, so I might have more stitches than you. But because we're just going back and forth and we're not changing a whole lot, it's not going to make a big difference how many stitches you have. I'm knitting with the yarn in my right hand. Some people knit with the yarn in their left hand. At this point, it's what's more comfortable for you. So I'm at my last stitch. I'm going to put it through. Okay. I'm going to give it a tug. Make sure that it's nice and solid in there. Okay. We've got our first knit line. Turn it around. You can see that I've got a little bit of a loop here sticking out. That's okay. You're going to go in above it, right, into the back. The same as we did still knitting. So you're going to knit again. Knit your whole row. And again, if you make a mistake, take a deep breath. Try to see if you can figure out where the stitch is going. You might have to pull out a row. But if you think it's going to be really bad, wait till class. Or message me, take a picture. I'll help you figure it out. If you're halfway down your scarf, don't rip it all out. It's not going to be effective. Okay, again, I'm to my last 2 stitches. I'm going to make them a bit tighter. This is so that my ends stay nice and tight. If my ends start getting loose, then my work will look sloppy. You can see we're starting to get a little bit of a ridge there.